When you think of horror games, you probably think of stuff like FNAF, Poppy Playtime, stuff like that. And whilst yes, they are all horror games, the last thing that comes to mind when you think of horror games is horror games that are about music. And I know that you're probably thinking, but Jed, there's so many fun songs about horror games. And what I reply to that is, well, you're correct about that. But when I say horror games about music, I don't mean music about horror games. I mean horror games that are like making music. But there isn't one of those. At least that's what I would be saying if it wasn't for the topic of today's video, sprunki. Now if you've clicked on this video, you're probably at least aware of the existence of these silly little creatures. But if you're old enough to legally drive, or if you woke up to this video at 3 AM in the morning, then you'll probably have no idea what the hell a sprunki is. And that's where I'm coming. From starting out as an unknown mod for an already well-established music game to a massive carryover content farms, which we will get into later, and giving the creator way too much stress, you guys are in for one hell of a ride. So if you don't know what sprunki is, it's basically a mod for a well-established game, as I said 15 seconds ago or thereabouts, and that game being Incredibox. Now, I'm going to list every character's name because it's just for people who, don't know what a sprunki is. So first, in the beats we've got Orin or Orange, Raddy or Red, Clucker or Silver, Fumble, who doesn't have a colour, Veneria or Green. Now in the effects we've got Grey or Grey, Blood or Brown, Garnold or Gold, Owax or Lime, and Sky, my favourite, or Sky Blue. Now in the melodies we've got Mr. Sun, who doesn't have a main colour either, Purple or Purple, Mr. Tree, Simon or Yellow, and Tanner or Tan. Now I've got Mr. Fun Computer, Wender or White, Pinky or Pink, Jevin or Dark Blue, and Black, who we'll get into later. Now let's move on to the site the game originally came from. So, a ton of people use Scratch, which includes myself on the Foxel 16, but that's not what we're talking about. Now, as I was saying, a ton of people use Scratch. One of which we'll be talking about today is Nyanko BF LOL, who we'll now just be calling Nyanko. Nyanko created some relatively simple games, and I can't show them for reasons we'll explain later. Now, based off his profile picture, I think you can probably guess that Nyanko was an FNF fan, which probably led him to discovering Incredibox. Now, Nyanko saw Incredibox mods that were blood/gory, I'll say, and basically then made mixes out of them, since yes, they are called a mix. Seeing all the fan games ended up making him create sprunki. Now, if the game was just what I mentioned a few minutes ago, then it probably wouldn't have gained popularity and would eventually just be forgotten about and stuff. However, there's something that made this game popular. Possibly too popular. I'll get into it into the next chapter, so you can skip ahead to that if you want. So, basically, when you use the black hat, who I mentioned like a few minutes ago as well, you will see horror mode. Footage of me playing it in 3, 2, 1. As you can tell, that is pretty creepy, not that I mind it at all. However, you're probably thinking, oh Jed, that kind of stuff isn't allowed on Scratch. And to that I say, you are right, it isn't. Because just a few days after the release, it got banned off of Scratch. Then Nyanko reposted it, and a few days after that, it got banned again, which showed that Scratch was trying to ask Nyanko to stop. Completely understandable for the site, but I wish they didn't do that. So, Nyanko then ported it onto Korea, which uses the same block language as Scratch, except just different words. Like, I did not even know you could do that. What the heck? And basically, a few weeks after that, it got banned off of Korea again, except this time by Nyanko himself. You see, he had posted it on a website called Incredimake, which is basically a site for Incredibox mods that his friends had made. Pinky's horror design is probably the most funny to me, kind of, because in the gallery, it's literally a reference to Happy Tree Friends. By the way, who was traumatized by that? If you watch Happy Tree Friends, then just get a job. Now, hopefully during that time, Sprunki did not gain too much popularity and attract a ton of YouTubers to make content farms off of it just to get dollars off of a simple game that was made by Nyanko BFO. Yeah. Did you think in the year 2024 you couldn't just see something popular and see tons of content farms just trying to make a quick, terrible video that's trying to be good off of it? It's 2024. I don't even know where to start with this, man. There is so much to unpack here. So I'm going to divide them into 3 categories: lore videos, meme animations, and just terrible stuff. Obviously, there are a lot more types of Sprunki videos, some of which combine the last one and the gameplay videos, like the one shown on screen currently. But now back on topic. There is literally no lore at all to the game. I'm about to list everything that remotely makes sense. And it's most likely the one who's behind it all, saying how she's got one on her and just looks insane. And the survivors are most likely going in order. Grey, Brad, even though he's literally got a whole bit in his head. Simon, Wenda, Jevin, Funbot, Darple, Mr. Sun, Mr. Tree, Black, and I'm too lazy to list everyone else. Sorry about that. So now you're probably wondering, why are there so many lore videos about Sprunki, one of which I've seen myself, even though I just listed everything that makes sense in under 30 seconds? The short answer, they're just making it up. I swear, every one of these videos are just saying this stuff for views. Why? Get a job! However, there's one person who's more guilty of doing this than anyone else I've heard about. So, let me introduce you to Secret Circus. What's looking like an amazing digital circus channel. They've only posted 5 The Amazing Digital Circus videos out of 108. And, well, at least that's what I know, how many they've posted. And they started out as Poppy Playtime, The Smiling Critters channel that would use really sexual thumbnails just to get views. Like I have to, like I'm not even going to show them, and then they just show some random Minecraft RP. Like what? However, they do so many sprunky lore videos and use a freaking clone of Markiplier's voice. Yes, Markiplier's voice. Just for some reason, like I think I've actually seen a few of this guy's channel's videos. Like, bro, what the hell? Why do I exist? Okay, but like for videos I've seen of them, I'm all playing sprunky games for the most part. But I have seen some of their theory videos, and I somehow didn't realise they were like this guilty. I've seen multiple sprunky lore videos and have believed them. Like, why? Also, they still so much fan art. So, like, basically, the videos are like slideshows of fan art, and that barely but partially connect to the theories they're reading out, which are just from comments on their last theory video. Like, why? Now, while I were expecting to go down a problematic rabbit hole, not this one. Now, the next few sections kind of are worse. Why? I am looking at my hands right now, questioning my... Okay. Maybe I need to calm down. I do. So, when it comes to the sprunky animations, sadly a ton of them do fall into the hands of the content farm thing. Some of them managing to just stay away. Like, imagine, like, I'm about to act it out. Like, you can see an animation on my channel, but I'm about to act it out off the voiceover. So we'll start off at normal animations that are pretty much harmless, and then we'll get into the also getting stuff. So, most of the animations are usually kind of just like memes kids have made.